When your cat comes running up to you when you come home, weaving around your legs for a fuss, you might wonder how they recognize you from other people. Or, when they give you a blank stare, you might wonder if they actually recognize your face or voice at all. If you've ever been separated from your cat, for example when you've gone on holiday or they've gone missing, you might wonder how long they remember you for. Or whether they forget you when you are apart. Studies have shown that cats can recognize their owners, even after they've been apart from them for an extended period of time. But they don't rely on sight to identify us. Some smaller studies do suggest that cats can identify their owners just from their face, for example, from a photo. But the way they recognize us is more likely to involve smell and sound. These are the senses cats rely on most to understand the world around them. Cats do recognize humans as a different species. They are likely to be more wary of other cats than they are of humans. Does my cat recognize my voice? Cats have very sensitive hearing. They can tell the difference between their owner's voice and the voice of another person. They can also tell when we are talking specifically to them. A study in animal cognition has shown that cats can detect the subtle changes in their owner's voice when they are talking to them, as opposed to having a conversation with another person. They are more likely to respond to this cat-directed speech. This is like the way babies are more likely to respond when we use baby talk. Just because they can recognize your voice though, it doesn't mean they'll always listen. Anyone who has been ignored by a cat will know. Do cats recognize their name? Cats are able to recognize their own name, and can even be trained to respond to it. Although cats can't understand the meaning of words like we can, they do recognize the sound of specific words and their connection with particular scenarios. For example, if you call their name when you return home, or before you're going to feed them, they'll learn that this sound is associated with them getting something nice, such as a fuss or some food. They will then be more likely to come running the next time they hear it. If your cat doesn't respond to their name, then they're not ignoring you. They haven't built up an association with the sound of their name yet. Do cats recognize faces? Cats don't see the world in the same way we do. Although they have better night vision than us and are better at detecting movement, they don't see the full range of colors we can. They also struggle to see things that are very close up or very far away. It's unlikely your cat will know you by your face. Cats are likely to see their owners as gray and blurry shapes. They're more likely to recognize your smell or voice. Dogs are able to recognize human faces and facial expressions because they've been living alongside humans for much longer than cats have. How do you know if your cat recognizes you? A good sign that your cat recognizes you is if they approach you of their own free will. Maybe they rub against your hand or legs or jump on your lap. This usually shows that they are familiar with you and comfortable in your presence. Will my cat forget me if I leave them for a month or longer? Cats have a good memory. As long as they have built up a strong bond with you over an extended period of time, they won't forget you easily. Even if you've been separated for a while, it's likely that they will still recognize your smell and voice. But it's difficult to say exactly how long they will remember you for. They will be more likely to recognize you if you are reunited in the context of their familiar home environment. If you are reunited somewhere unfamiliar, such as at the vet's or on a street far from home, they may struggle to identify you with lots of strange sounds and smells around. Even though your cat can recognize you, it's unlikely that they remember you in the same way you would remember them when you are apart. Cats live in the moment and don't see time in the same way we do. They don't have a concept of the past or future. They won't be thinking of you when you're away, wondering what you're up to or where you've gone. They'll only remember you when you show up again and they recognize your familiar smell or sounds. So, the next time your cat greets you with a slow blink or curls up in your lap, know that they recognize and appreciate you in ways that are uniquely feline, yet profoundly meaningful. This evidence-based understanding helps dispel the myth that cats are simply aloof and uninterested in their human caregivers. In reality, they are observant, adaptive, and capable of forming genuine attachments.